They've done it. They clinched home ice. Possibly against Tampa or Toronto, most likely Toronto. This game had a lot of frustrations and nerves, but it was all worth it at the end. Even if we did get 1 point, we would still clinch the home ice for the first round. And we did that against the Buffalo Sabres, which we should be able to beat Buffalo Sabres. With the 51st win, and by the way, I didn't go over this last time, but this is the second time in franchise history that they won 50 games in a season. First time this happened was in the President's Trophy season. And probably the good news is it's definitely the case we're not going to win a President's Trophy. Maybe it's for the best. It's most likely to be either Carolina or the Rangers. But with this one, this was a lot of nerve to watch. So Sergei Bobrovsky going up against Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. And it didn't take long for Buffalo to get their first lead of the game, as within 2 minutes and 59 seconds in, assisted by Henry Jokic, if I get that right, please let me know. That's his 17th assist of the season. And Rasmus Dahlin, that's his 39th assist of the season. Off the slap shot is Tyson Jost with his third goal of the season to make it 1-0 Buffalo, and just tough to take. Couple of minutes later, assisted by Nick Cousins, that's his 8th assist of the season. And Matthew Tkachuk, that's his 60th assist of the season. Off the filthy backhand is Lundell with his 13th goal of the season to tie the game up 1-1 apiece. All right, Cousins, a couple minutes after that, gets called for a trip against Rasmus Dahlin. Buffalo goes on a power play. However, off the steal of Kevin Stenlund, takes the puck away from Buffalo. Off the breakaway, he buries this one off the wrist shot. Kevin Stenlund gets his 11th goal of the season. It's a shorthanded goal for the Florida Panthers, and really nice goal. Really nice goal to get this 2-1 lead, but it didn't take long, because 1 minute later, assisted by Owen Power, that's his 20th assist of the season, and Bowen Bryant, that's his 17th assist of the season. Off the wrist shot is Jack Quinn, that's his 9th goal of the season, and that ties the game up 2-2. And it remained tied 2-2 for the majority of the game. Pretty much for the rest of the game up until overtime. Peyton Krebs gets called for a trip against Nick Cousins. Florida goes on the power play. That's killed off. We go to the second period. Buffalo getting their chances in, but so is Florida. Florida is coming off with some heavy pressure. Now, Buffalo does get the pressure. They're coming back on the shots on. So is Nick Cousins getting some shots around. Tkachuk tries a wraparound, but that was saved by Luukkonen. Then there was an interference called on Mikkola against Zach Benson. So Buffalo goes on a power play, and that power play would be killed off. And that goes without saying much. There was not a lot of chances. Buffalo was a little bit of a better team in the second period. Florida has to do a penalty kill. Buffalo has a power play that is killed off. And so we go to the third period just like that. It's still 2-2 heading into 3. Third period, tensions rise. Frustration boils with the Florida Panthers. Florida putting on what I believe was some of the heaviest pressures I've seen all season long in the third period. Really putting out 20 shots to like 3 against Buffalo. All right. With that being said, there was pushing and shoving. There was a fight in between, and then this happened. There was a penalty call on Connor Clifton for essentially a major penalty, which is a hit to the head, shoulder to head against Nick Cousins. And when we look further and further, they actually did a review. It was either going to be a 5-minute major or somehow a double minor. But they looked at it more, and they deemed it was egregious, intentional move by Connor Clifton, and this piece of shit deserved to get match penalty against him. It's a 5-minute major anyway. So it was served by Lucas Rosek. But this piece of shit, gone. He's gone for the whole game. He's ejected from this game. That is a deserved match penalty for what Clifton did against Nick Cousins. Cousins started off with a concussion. Remember this? He had a concussion early this season. And for that to happen in his head like this, with the shoulder, man, mind you, that's scary. That is absolutely scary. And without Losteriden, it's harder for defense to get some shots blocking against Buffalo. Even when Florida is red hot on the offense, it's still tough without Nick Cousins. And this piece of shit took him away. So he's gone. I hope there's a suspension from Clifton. Between one more game of the season heading to the next season, I hope he's suspended. That was a dick move. So Florida goes on the 5-minute major, putting up 7 to 9 shots on goal. Lukin stopped them all. And that wound up being killed off. Oh, absolutely frustrating. Reinhart had a chance. Barkov, Kachuk. It's just so frustrating to look at. And 1 minute left in the third period. There was another penalty on Buffalo. Alex Tuch gets called for high sticking on Bennett. That's a power play for Florida. And they carries over to overtime. But anyway, either way, Florida does get 1 point. Even if we don't get the second point, we get 1 point. That was enough to clinch first round home ice. That is great. Now, all right, overtime. Excuse me. Buffalo starts off with a face-off win, trying to kill off this penalty. Kachuk blocks shot. Penalty will be killed off there. Reinhart almost finishes the game off, but it hit the left post. Kachuk tries a wrist shot that was saved by Luukkonen. Bennett gets blocked by Dolan, and that's an icing. Next up, Lundell gets a face-off win. Dolan gets a wrist shot, but he misses to the left, and he gets a second chance opportunity, and that wrist shot was saved by Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky was really good today, despite giving up 2 goals. He was spot on for the rest. And there was a giveaway by Forsling, and then taken away back by Alexander Barkov. He gives it to Sam freaking Reinhart, his 55th goal of the season, as well as Barkov's 55th assist of the season. Both of them have 55-something each. 55 goals for Sam Reinhart. That is an overtime winner. Let's go home, baby. Final score of this game, 3-2 Florida at home. And we have one more game left until playoffs come. It's only if one or two things. One, when are we going to play next? After Tuesday. Number 2, who are we going to play? It's all out of our hands from what's happening with Boston, because as of right now, we are leading Atlanta's division by a point. I don't know if that's gonna hold. Now we know we're not going to win the President's Cup, so maybe we still have a chance. Paul Maurice himself, what was a lackluster season last season, into a phenomenal playoff, put together a really, really tense, empowered, hungry hockey team like the Florida Panthers. Last season, I wanted him gone. This season, I think he deserves an extension. Stars of the game. Sam Reinhart gets 1 star. 2 stars goes to Sergei Bobrovsky. And 3 stars goes to Lundell. All deserved. All deserved. All right. Let's see. Before I end this off, let's take a quick peek. All right. Maple Leafs, as of right now, are losing 4-1 against Detroit Red Wings at Scotiabank. Washington leads 3-2 over the Lightning. Not that it matters. Not that it matters, but that's happening at Capital One Arena. Boston is playing pretty soon, in a few minutes, it seems like, against Pittsburgh Penguins. That is a game to watch, folks. Game to watch. And everything else, not much. Anyway, guys, let's get to it for this one. If you have a choice video and the game, let's go Panthers. Hit the like button, subscribe for content because Miami Tuesday guys are back. And when he does, hit me right through with the entertainment you deserve. One more game for the Florida Panthers. It is on Tuesday, 7:30 against the Maple Leafs on ESPN. Then, it's playoff time, baby. Unfinished business. Let's go and conquer all in the playoffs. Good night, everybody.